What if I told you that there was a grounded and practical system that could help you to hack your life, your business, and your personal relationships like a ninja, because you understand your fellow humans so well? Well, that system is alive and well, and it is called the 9-Star Key. I'm Jack Maloney, the Energy Alchemist, and this is your introductory video to the 9-Star Key. It's the first of a series of 10 short videos that will help you to learn why you need the system in your life, what your primary elemental nature is, and the year in which you're currently experiencing to help you best harness the energy of the year to have it support you instead of pushing you or making you uncomfortable. So the 9-Star Key is the basis of Chinese medicine. It's been around for thousands and thousands of years, and it's literally the 9 stars of Polaris, Vega, and the Great Dipper, and how they're arranged in the sky when you come into this world. It's based on your birthday. And back in the day, in ancient China, they used this 9-star configuration for harvest time, for planting. It was very much a timekeeper back in ancient China. And then it evolved into Chinese medicine. It's used a lot in diagnosis. The 5 elements all have associated organs in Chinese medicine. So being of a certain elemental nature, you're prone to certain diseases or illnesses, or things are naturally going to pop up for you just because of the element that you were born into. And that's still true today, and that's how Chinese medicine works. So the 5 elements are water, wood, fire, earth, and metal. And they are very much a cycle and flow into each other. Water helps wood to grow, and wood is burned to create a fire. Fire returns ash to the earth. Earth generates minerals or metal, and then that metal flows back into our water supply. So the cycle is complete. I'll post a graphic so this makes more sense. But it is very much a cycle, those 5 elements, and there's a fluidity to them. There is a flow to them. And when you have something that naturally feeds your energy, like a wood person hanging out with a fire person, the wood person feeds the fire person. So there's going to be a natural symbiotic relationship there. But if that fire person is a little too needy, the wood person might feel drained because it's taking some of their natural energy. So in addition to having a happy relationship within the elements, there's something called the controlling cycle. And this is just as simple as water puts out fire, and fire melts metal. Metal cuts wood, and wood breaks up the earth, and earth can muddy water. So there's also, instead of having the happy, friendly relationships, we can have the I don't know why this person gets under my skin so much type of relationship when they're not even really doing anything. It's just the energy of who they are that's making you feel uncomfortable. But this isn't always such a bad thing, because everybody needs a little refinement here and there. You know, the rose bush needs to be pruned in the wintertime so it can grow again in the spring. And metal people are sometimes a little too rigid, so a fire person melting them a little bit can help them to loosen up and have a good time. And if a fire person is exploding or erupting, like they sometimes can, a water person can help calm them down. So they all do very much serve a purpose, and it helps us to understand why some relationships are so easy and some are naturally a little more frustrating. And also, in addition to having our own primary nature, we see the world through the eyes of an elemental lens. So I'm a fire person, and don't worry, I'll help you figure out what you are in a moment. But all fire people are currently in a yin wood year, which you've heard about a few times, spring cleaning by way of natural disaster. But wood naturally feeds fire. So even though it's uncomfortable, it's not as bad as it is, say, when I'm in a water year. Water puts out fire. Water years are really tough for a fire person generally. So it helps us to understand why some people are easier, why some years are easier, why we can get so much done sometimes, and then other times wonder why the hell we can't get out of our own way, or it feels like we're pushing against the tide. So it gives us better understanding of all of those visceral reactions to people and situations. And it helps to understand these subtle energy shifts that we're all going through, and whether or not we really acknowledge them, it makes sense. I use this with literally every person that I know, whether they know it or not, because that's just the kind of person I am. But I haven't found a person yet that isn't under the influence of the elemental nature and year that they're currently experiencing. So it's really fun from an outsider's perspective, and gives a whole new level to your people watching if you're one of those like I am. So the best way to figure out what you are as an elemental, a primary elemental nature, I will put a little graphic underneath this to make more sense, and a chart with a quick little explanation. But the year shifts every year on February 4th. So February 4th to February 3rd is considered one calendar year in the elemental system. So if we were to pick 1982, so February 4th, 1982 through February 3rd of 1983 is considered the fire year. So if you were born in any given year after February 4th, just look at the corresponding year on the chart below to figure out what you are. If your birthday is January 1st through February 3rd, you need to look at the prior year, and that'll tell you what's going on. So if you were born on, say, February 3rd, 1982, which is the day before the year shifted, you are a water baby, not a fire baby. So if this doesn't make sense, just leave a comment. I'll help you. It's super easy. As long as you don't mind people knowing what year you were born, we're good. So go through that. You know, anybody that you know in your world, if you know their birthday, you can figure out what they are and start understanding why some people are so friendly and why some people might get under your skin a little bit. So the kicker with this is that like 1 out of 10 people aren't really the elemental nature that they were born into. I can help you with that if it doesn't make any sense. But we're all 1 of 9. And whether it resonates with you or not, you are experiencing that elemental year thing just like the rest of us. So, you know, all fire people are in a yin wood year. All water people are in an earth year. There's no way around it. That's just how it is. And it's a pretty universal experience for everybody. So I'll get into, in future videos, I'll talk about the particular personalities and the year that they're in. So without much thinking, you just kind of have to wait for the video that applies to you, and there's everything that you need to know. But it's really helpful for figuring out when you need to slow down, what's best for you, when it's a good time to write a book or launch a business or do as little as possible. It's a really helpful system. So I would love to know if you have any questions about this video. Just post a comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. But you can expect the next videos coming up to explain all of those primary elemental natures and the years that they are in. And just really quickly, so there are 3 facets to the 9-star key. The world would be very boring if everybody, you know, if 1 out of 9 people was exactly the same. So there are some nuances to this, like Chinese face reading, which is a whole different topic, but I've got a great radio show recording on that. But we all have our inner child / stress position, you know, how we react under stress, how our family and friends would explain us to somebody, or, you know, only the people that are close to us know how we react under pressure. And then there's also our destiny number, which is our challenges in life, and also has a lot to do with how we should show up in the world regarding career and work and all of those wonderful things. But I don't want to get us too ahead of ourselves here. So let me know, what are you, a fire baby? Are you a wood baby? Go through the chart. If you have any questions, just leave it there. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But I can promise you that this system will give you a whole new understanding of who people are, why they do things, and might make things a little bit easier for you. So thank you for watching. As always, you can find me at JacquelineMaloney.com and anywhere on Facebook and on Instagram at TheJackMaloney. Have a good day.